Hey guys, what's up? This is Jack from Canyon Country Reptiles. Um, Today we're going to get into a discussion that I've had quite a few people asking me about this year and recently. Since our breeding season's over, I figured we'd do some other videos here. So we're going to talk about this Bullseye gene that I named and have been working with for like the last 7 or 8 years now. This is the original mother. This is the female that started the whole thing. I got her as a hatchling one year with a bunch of other normals and thought she was different. And like I said, kept her, raised her up. Um, but basically, I named her Bullseye. I'd like you guys to see this pattern down her back here. You know, I thought these looked like the little black dots in the circles. I said it kind of looks like a bullseye, like a target type thing. So that's what I started calling her just to refer to that, and it kind of stuck throughout the years. But she does pass this pattern on. It is genetic. But then it also stretches the alien heads. And does, funky stuff with the alien heads and messes with the alien heads and stuff like that. So, this is kind of what the original female that started the whole thing looks like. So like I said, the first year she was up to size and I wanted to breed her. I bred her to a genetic stripe just to see if basically this pattern would reproduce itself, and it did. So I'll show you the daughter here that came from the first breeding. I'll put her back and I'll get you the next one out. We're gonna go over some of the genes and what I have it into, and stuff like that. So be watching, stay tuned with us, and we'll get into this project. Okay, so this is the daughter, and you can see here's some of those bullseye circles. But she's also 100% het genetic stripe. So, I mean, the G stripe is definitely playing with the pattern down the back. But you can also see, I mean, look at these stretched out, wacky alien head things. I mean, so this was the first clutch that I got from the original mom, were these. And I actually got a clutch from her last year. So she was big enough, I bred... got a clutch from her last year, and she's also she's building, got follicles going on again this year already. So I've been pairing her. She's locked a few times already with a male from this year. But again, here's the daughter from the first clutch, and you can see for sure that the pattern is genetic, and there's something definitely going on there. So then we'll get into the next clutch I got from the original female, and I probably went a little overboard with the second breeding, but we'll get into. I kept all the babies from that clutch, and I'll show you some of them and see what I think is going on with those. Okay, so this is one of the females from the second clutch that I got from that Bullseye female. So the second year after she bred with that G stripe, and she proved out to be genetic. The second year I paired her to a leopard butterfly, which is a leopard butterfly pastel. And this right here is a pastel butter. I think Bullseye. I mean, you got some... She wants to sit still here. You got some circular little pattern coming down the spine. But again, the alien heads, what we can see, are getting stretched out and kind of messed with all down along the side pattern. So this is the one that I think, again, and I won't know for certain until I raise some of these girls up, but this is one. Keep her there for a second, and then we'll get into... Here's another sister I held on to. So, this is what I think to be leopard butter fire Bullseye. So the Bullseye pattern is gone because when you get leopard and butter together, it pretty much stripes the pattern out, throws the stripe down the dorsal. But the alien heads on the side is what's getting my attention. I mean, they're all kind of wonky and getting stretched out and messed with. So, Again, I won't know for certain if there's Bullseye in some of these until I can breed them out and see more of the babies. But I got a male like this, the exact same genetics. He's actually breeding this year, so that's gonna help. You know, so, and I got one more female here.
Whoa.
This one.
This is all from the same clutch?
This is all from all three of these girls are sisters. This is, I believe, leopard firefly Bullseye.
So that one doesn't have the
Doesn't
butter
have
in
butter, nope. But again, I mean,
I feel like you can see the pattern. Whoops.
There's those messed up, stretched out alien heads.
You can see it better in that one.
A friend of mine says it looks like a poor man's confusion, which, you know, I kind of agree with him. The pattern is super crazy busy and messed up, and I've never seen any other leopard fireflies that are like this extreme, messed up. So, you know, that's some of the sisters. And then I have, like I said, I have a male just like this, and I got one other male I can show you from this clutch. We'll pause it here a second. I'll get these girls put back. I'll pull out this other male, and then we'll go show you some of the babies from that first clutch from the Bullseye Het genetic stripe female. Okay, so this is a brother to the three females I just had out. Like I said, I hung onto the whole clutch from that second pairing. I mean, again, you get these messed up, weird looking alien heads. I think, you know, if this is Bullseye, this is pastel, butter, fire, leopard, Bullseye. Again, but I won't know. I mean, he's a little small. He's not really producing any sperm yet to breed. His brother, who's a little bit bigger, slightly better eater, is definitely producing sperm. He's locked with a female already this year. So, you know, but like I hung on to the whole clutch. Actually, probably a lie. I think I had made one single base gene Bullseye female that I let go from this clutch, but any of the combos I hung on to. Just because they were so weird and wacky, and I, you know, still wasn't sure what was completely going on, so I needed a lot of other females to work with. So I hung on to the whole clutch of combos. So, you know, once he gets up to size, I'll have you know, get more clutches and see what's going on. But now I can show you the clutch from the Bullseye Het genetic stripe female, because I kept the entire clutch of those too. So I'll show you what we got there and what's going on with some of them. Okay, so this came from the Bullseye that was Het genetic stripe. The first time I paired hers, you know, I didn't really know what to pair her to. So I was thinking long term to, you know, to mess around with. I paired her to a Pinstripe Het clown. So I got this guy hatched out. And this is here again the Bullseye. You can see for sure the pattern. And he's 50% Het genetic stripe, 50% Het clown. But again, there's those alien heads. You know, all messed up. And I got a pair of these. I got a female that looks just like him. And then I got 5 female. So I mean, this clutch was pretty crazy odds. I got 1 male, 6 females. So I got 5 Pinstripe. What I'm gonna say is Bullseye, because I mean, here you got this messed up, crazy little swirls pattern here.
I mean, it's definitely not just a pinstripe.
Yeah, it does not look like just a pinstripe in my opinion. So I got, like I said, 5 of these that are all female, 50% possible double Het genetic stripe clowns that I'm raising up. So, you know, but again, all the pinstripes are all this wonky, weird looking, you know, for comparison. Yeah, there's another one. You know, weird alien heads, weird pattern down the dorsal. So, you know, I don't know what's going on. But, you know, when these girls are up to size, I can breed them back to their brother because he's possible double het just like they are. And I also have a pastel banana 100% double het genetic stripe clown. So, you know, there's definitely something genetic going on here. And if I get lucky, you know, make banana, genetic stripe, clown, bullseye combos in another year or two, you know, which is going to be absolutely insane. But that het genetic stripe female, I got a second clutch from her, which we'll stick with her theme for a minute. I can show you what we got from her second clutch. So we'll pause it here a minute and get these guys put back, and we'll get into her second clutch of babies. Okay, so this is the second clutch of babies that I got from that Bullseye het genetic stripe female. So I paired her to a VPI xanthic genetic stripe and hit crazy odds. We had 6 eggs. 2 of them went bad. And out of the 4 eggs left, all 4 were visual genetic stripe.
That's crazy.
Crazy. And they came out extremely dark. I mean, like if you see the original Bullseyes, it's a darker looking snake anyway. Came out way darker than any other G-stripes I hatched this year. You know, thick black dorsal stripes along the genetic stripe. You know, just they look different than other G-stripes that I've seen. You know, maybe I'm just wishful thinking, but I think they're different looking. And I actually made 2 males, 2 females. So I keep in the trio, and this is the other male that I produced. He's slightly lighter, but still thick black dorsal. This guy is I actually put him up for sale, and he'll be going to his new home Monday. To Francis, who is extremely interested in this project. He got a couple females off me earlier this year and wanted a male to go along with it and get, you know, really build towards the project. So this guy is leaving Monday, but I mean, I don't know, you can see, maybe it's just me, but I think they're different looking than any other genetic stripe stuff that's out there. So, you know, I'll have those to raise up in a couple years to see what comes of that. Then I have one more clutch from the original female to show you with other stuff that's going on, and then you guys can make your own decision from there. But I got a couple more animals to show you that are pretty extreme and crazy, so we'll get those out and show you. Okay, so here's another clutch of babies that we produced actually this year. And again, this is another base female. Some of them are more extreme than the others. She's not as extreme as the mother, but there's the bullseye pattern and the stretched alien heads and stuff like that. And I will say, when I named this project 7 or 8 years ago, when I first got that base female, I named it Bullseye, and it kind of stuck. And then when I started looking around for other genes that it might be comparable to, I did stumble across on World of Ball Python. There's actually a gene that was already called Bullseye. I don't know if it's the same gene. It looks very, very similar. And he's got pinstripe bullseyes that were on World of Ball Python that look very, very similar to mine. Whether it's the same thing or not, I do not know. But, you know, like I said, that name stuck with me for 8 years now, and I really don't want to change it. But I'm not saying, you know, I don't know if it's the same gene or not. But I think it's pretty fitting for the project. But I've had other breeders tell me they think it's similar along the lines of stuff like Blitz, Trick. I've had some say Hurricane. Hurricane's a very extreme gene. Does similar stuff, but I don't think it's Hurricane. Hurricane's more extreme than that. I stumbled across a gene on Morph Market not too long ago called Nova, which looks very similar. So there's a lot of genes out there, I think, that are doing the same thing, making this circular bullseye pattern, stretching the alien heads. Some are even like curling the alien heads. Like I know, get those weird swirls in there like the hurricane does do, and I'll show you one version of that here soon. But I bred it to banana, put it in a banana this year.
So these two are clutch mates?
Yeah, these are from the same clutch. So the Bullseye, it's kind of here maybe. But there's stretched out alien heads. And it affects the color too a little bit. I made a lot of the banana Bullseye stuff this year because I actually bred a banana Bullseye son back to the original mom to see if there was a super, which we'll get into here in a second. And then I also, so I got quite a few of these banana Bullseyes, but it changes the color on the banana. They're more pastel colors, like more yellowy, orange. The purple and the lavender are more pastel looking. So it definitely is affecting the color on the banana stuff. And I've shown some of these off at expos this year and last year, and we talked to lots and lots of breeders, and then they're saying, I definitely have something unique going on. So here's a couple, and then I think I might have made a super. Won't know for sure until I can raise them up and breed them out. But I'll show you those two here now. I'll pause it and we'll get those two out. And I'll show you why I think it might be a super. Maybe I'll keep this one out here for comparison for right now. Maybe we'll keep him out too, but we'll pause it here a second. Now let me grab a couple more snakes. Okay, so like I said, with this year's breeding, I actually had a banana Bullseye that I made. This must have been, I must have got 4 clutches from the original female. I have to go back and look at my records. Now I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, but I made a couple years ago. And he was big enough to breed back to mom, so that's what I did. And I got this weird looking one. So you can see there's still the Bullseye pattern. She's much darker. Obvious difference there. And then, I'll see if I can get him to cooperate here. Into the camera. She has what I think is a super is on the left. And then this hand has a head stamp.
Your left, not our left.
Oh, sorry. So you can see the dot here. She got this dot looking head stamp. The heads are different. Darker head. But it's a female, so of course I won't know until she's up to size in about 3 years and see if every baby throws a super or throws Bullseye. But you can see the color difference. I mean, they're both Bullseye for sure.
There's more Bullseyes on the one that you're saying is a super. Like I don't know.
So much
expressing.
So much darker though.
Yes.
So, whether it is or it isn't, I do not know. Like I said, I won't know until I breed it. But then I also got this guy. So he came from that super to super clutch, or Bullseye to Bullseye clutch. And statistically, if there was a super form, 25% of the babies should have been supers. I actually hit 8 eggs. So, this guy's got the Bullseye pattern. Color was different from the other bananas in the clutch. That's why we'll bring...
Look at the mark here, that thing too.
Yeah, so color was slightly different. You can see it actually, I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but the colors are different between these two. He's more extreme pattern-wise stuff. So I don't know if this is the super banana Bullseye. It's a male, so something for me to play around with when he gets up to size, just to see what happens and, breed out. I know I can't keep all these animals, so I'm letting a few go. But I probably got 20 animals here with the Bullseye gene in it. Because I need to figure out more what's going on and playing around with. But I found it works really well with dark genes better, in my opinion. And I got one more animal to show you. I actually sold, I could have showed you two, but the one I just sold 2 weeks ago at an expo is a cinnamon bullseye, which it works really, really well with cinnamon, in my opinion. And the guy that picked that female up is going to be very happy with her when he gets her up to size and breeding. But I'll show you one other animal and what it's doing with the cinnamon gene in there. So we'll pause it here a second, get these guys put away, and I got one more to show you. Okay, so this is the last bullseye combo I'm going to show you, and thanks for staying with us and watching it to this long. So like I said, I made a banana, or I paired a banana bullseye male that I have to a cinnamon female. And I sold the cinnamon bullseye. I actually had two. I sold them both. But this is the banana bullseye cinnamon. You don't really see the cinnamon got rid of like the bullseye pattern down the side, but remember how I said it messes with the alien heads and stretches the alien heads and stuff too? So that's where you really see it. I mean, just look at those sides. This is the most probably insane bullseye combo I've made so far. Just look at those alien heads. I mean, it's stretching them and curling them up, and I mean, just completely whacked out the pattern. This is definitely just not a banana cinnamon, in my opinion. Got to be the bullseye gene in there as well. Mm-hmm. And then look at the color. I mean, the color is, again, like I said, very pastel. You can see like pinks in here, and
just very, a brownish kind of color. It's just crazy. The difference.
Yeah, extreme.
And then one little dot, like the bullseye mark there. It's cool.
And then the crazy part was, I mean, the banana should have been was a male maker. But, you know, I don't know if the Oz gods are shining on me or being nice to me. This stunning thing here is actually a female. So we'll be raising her up. Get her on eggs in a couple years. But she turned out being a girl. I actually made another banana bullseye and another clutch that's female. So I actually have a banana bullseye female that's available and up for sale. You know, so I don't know if this helps explain it a little bit, helps you guys out. You know, there's still, I know, lots and lots of work to do with it. Lots of other genes to see how it reacts with. Like, I don't have it in yellow belly yet. I need to get it into like Mojave and stuff like that. But, you know, I'll get there eventually. But like I said, I started releasing some of these project animals out to other people who are reached out and expressed interest. I still have some stuff for sale. So if you're interested, or, you know, want to learn more about the project, or want to pick something up now that you kind of see what's going on with it and what it's doing, you know, please reach out to us, message us. We're on Morph Market. You know, you can message, leave them a comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Just have to search Candy Country Reptiles, and any of those social media sites, you'll find us. But I think it's a pretty cool project. You know, I'm excited about it. Especially if like some of those Pinstripe bullseyes prove out to be double het, and we can get it into clown, you know, and stuff like that. That's gonna be wicked cool. I want to get it into pied as well, hopefully in the next year or so I can make that happen. But you know, that's pretty much what I've been doing with it. Like I said, I should have, hopefully, with the females that are going and the males that are up breeding, hopefully I can get 3, 4, maybe 5 clutches of bullseye stuff again this year. But, you know, thanks for watching. This is Jack from Candy Country Reptiles, and if you're interested, get a hold of us.